Welcome to G53. I'm Jake Dennison.
And I'm Victoria Rojas, and it's a great day to be a Dodger.
Wednesday night was also a great day for Dodger Nation as both girls and boys basketball teams won their group semifinal game and are moving on to the state championship at Rutgers University.
That's right. Both teams took down Glen Rock Wednesday night in a doubleheader held at Franklin High School.
And they're both playing Manasquan on Sunday. That never happens. Two schools sending their girls and boys team to a state final is crazy.
Wow, that's incredible. The sectional back-to-back wins were also insane this past Saturday.
Liddy with that game winner.
And the girls winning their second straight title, their third year in 4 years, and just dominating every round of the tournament. They were awesome.
Indeed they were. Let's take a look at the girls basketball team and their North 2 championship against Glen Rock.
The Madison High School girls basketball team has done it again with a strong 43-21 win over Glen Rock. They have punched their ticket to the Group 2 state finals. It was a game where Madison showed their skill, teamwork, and determination from start to finish. Senior forward Charlotte Tui was a key player once again. She led the team with her scoring and rebounding, making sure Madison controlled the game. Whether she was driving to the basket or stopping Glen Rock on defense, she was a huge part of the team's success. Another standout was Devin Johnson, whose speed and shooting helped Madison keep the lead. She made clutch shots and created plays that gave the team the momentum that they needed. But this win wasn't just about one or two players. Madison's entire team stepped up. Their defense was tough, shutting down Glen Rock's offense and forcing turnovers. Every player on the court gave it their best effort, proving that Madison's strength comes from playing together. As the final buzzer sounded, the celebration began. Madison had secured their spot in the championship game, and the excitement was electric. The players, coaches, and fans knew that all their hard work this season had led to this moment. Now, the focus shifts to the biggest game of the season, the Group 2 state championship. The team is back in the gym, working harder than ever. They know they'll be facing the toughest opponent yet, and they're preparing to bring their best. The championship game is set for Saturday at 12 p.m. at Rutgers Athletic Center. This is the final step in Madison's journey, and they need all the support. Come out and cheer on the Dodgers as they fight for the state title. What a great game.
It was a great game, but I couldn't read the details about it anywhere. Unfortunately, girls' sports don't get the media coverage they deserve. There's a large inequity between the coverage that girls and boys' sports receive on media on all levels.
Kaden and Gabby take a more in-depth look.
Seven out of 10 people tune in to women's sports, and 73% say they can watch them at least a few times a year, which is not far off from the 81% that watch men's sports. So why is it that media coverage of women has tripled, but with unwanted circumstances? A new study has found that the lack of women's sports coverage outside the Summer Olympics gives audiences the idea that women's athletics may not matter. When analyzing the details of this, it was concluded that women's coverage became increasingly less diverse over time, only focusing on a few major sports, all deemed socially acceptable based on gender norms. Women participating in high-contact or physical sports are rarely featured in the media. Male athletes in men's sports have steady coverage year-round, but for women, the Olympic Games are only one of the few times that they are covered. Inequity in media coverage for women has become a large issue as it leads to fewer role models and depicts gender inequality. This is frustrating for many, considering that 88% of sports fans regard women athletes as important inspirational figures for young women. Only 15 to 16% of women roles in sports are in total sports coverage. There's a lack of diverse voices in decision-making roles, which leads to less investment in women's sports media, and therefore a real gender gap still exists among coaches and leadership roles within women's athletics. In attempting to aid these issues, the public can increase visibility of female athletes. Organizations like the GIST can work to acknowledge women's sports, and we can place women in sports leadership positions to create role models for young girls.
I hope to see a change in the future.
People want to watch women's sports. The media's decisions need to reflect that.
You know what else I really wanted to watch but was unable to?
What?
Sister Act. I heard the musical was fire.
You missed it. Well, you certainly missed out. Sister Act was awesome. Let's kick it over to Lex, who can tell us more.
This year, the MHS Dramatic Dodgers performed Sister Act, a musical based off the movie starring Whoopi Goldberg. Sister Act is a story about acceptance, embracing the good in others, and not judging a book by its cover, and the music will make you want to join the nuns in chorus. Let's take a look at Mary and Riley's video as they look at this year's MHS musical Sister Act.
The Madison High School Musical just ended and it was fabulous. Madison's musical Sister Act ran from March 6th to the 8th with 4 shows wrapping up last Saturday. The performance was filled with laughs, dancing, and disco music. Sister Act is about a woman named Dolores that has to go under witness protection in a convent after witnessing a murder. This disco-filled musical was a fan favorite among all of the performers and audience members. The performers worked tirelessly from November to March to perfect their roles for the audience, so we asked a Madison High School student what they thought of the musical this year. This is Mary from Dodger Media Online, and this is
Athena Halowitz.
Why do you think it's important to watch Madison High School performances such as the musical?
I think it's a good way to support the theater department in Madison, and it's a fun way to bring everybody together and celebrate something as a community.
I hope you got a chance to see it before it closed. Bravo to Mr. Osmond, Mr. Spence, and Miss Radcliffe, and all the dramatic Dodgers. Back to you at the desk.
Amen. I loved it.
You know what else I love? Football.
It isn't football season, Jake.
I know, but a lot is happening in the offseason. Lots of trades, coaching changes. We'll miss you, Boyer.
Let's take a look at this video that dives into the off-season trades.
Welcome to Dodger Media Online. My name is Phil Natal, and today I will be talking about the trades that have been going on in the NFL. In regards to quarterbacks, Justin Fields, who used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has signed a 2-year contract for $40 million with $30 million fully guaranteed to play for the New York Jets. Similarly, Sam Darnold signed a 3-year contract for $110.5 million with $55 million guaranteed. He will be leaving the Minnesota Vikings and going to the Seattle Seahawks. Josh Allen signed a 6-year deal to stay with the Buffalo Bills for $330 million with $250 million guaranteed. Geno Smith was acquired in a trade with the Seahawks in exchange for a 2025 third-round pick. For wide receivers, Josh Palmer, who formerly played for the Los Angeles Chargers, has agreed to a 3-year contract for $36 million with $18 million guaranteed with the Bills. Devontae Adams signed a 2-year contract with the Rams for $46 million with $26 million guaranteed. Deebo Samuel was acquired in a trade with the San Francisco 49ers in exchange for a 5th-round pick. DK Metcalf was acquired in a trade with the Seahawks in exchange for a 2025 second-round pick and a late-round pick swap. This has been one of the most eventful off-seasons in recent history, and there is still more to come. Thank you for watching.
See what I mean? A lot going on.
I guess you were right, but you know what is really going on right now?
I know. Baseball season.
I know you're a lacrosse guy, Jake, but baseball is Americans' pastime.
Well, then let's give the people what they want. Let's take a look at this preseason baseball preview.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
2025 MLB season is starting up, and this may be the most anticipated season ever. The Los Angeles Dodgers won the 2024 World Series behind phenom Shohei Ohtani. They had a Japanese superstar Roki Sasaki this offseason. The $526 million team looks to repeat this year's season. Over on the East Coast, Mets owner Steve Cohen made some noise signing 26-year-old Juan Soto to a 15-year, $765 million deal, making it the largest sports contract in history. The 26-year-old joins the NLCS runner-up and is looking to make waves as they go against the Dodgers. Heading over to the AL, crosstown rival New York Yankees lost Juan Soto to the Mets and had some bittersweetness to it. They added many free agents including Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt, but just lost out on ace pitcher Garrett Cole due to Tommy John surgery. Our experts did some predictions for the season. The NL division winners were in the National League East, the Braves, the NL Central, Brewers, and the NL West Dodgers. With the wildcard team saying the Mets won, at least 2, the Padres 3. Over on the AL side, we have the Orioles winning the East, the Royals in the Central, and the Rangers in the West, with wildcard teams being the Yankees, Guardians, and Red Sox. Now for our awards. The National League MVP, Juan Soto from the New York Mets. The National League Cy Young, Paul Skeens from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the National League Rookie of the Year, Dylan Cruz from the Washington Nationals. Cruz and Skeens playing together at LSU would be the first duo to win these awards. In the American League MVP, we have Bobby Witt Jr. from the Royals, the Cy Young Tariq Skubal, and the Rookie of the Year Jackson Jobe. Tariq Skubal and Jackson Jobe are teammates in the Tigers, and as the future would look bright with them winning these awards. And in the World Series, we have the New York Mets taking on the Texas Rangers, and the New York Mets beating the Texas Rangers in Game 6, with the World Series MVP being Francisco Lindor.
It is officially spring.
Hard to believe with our basketball team still going strong, but spring sports are ramping up here at MHS.
Yes, don't forget to tune into our coverage of those spring sports as we bring MHS Media Week to you here in G53.
And from G53, I'm G Dennison.
Victoria Rojas.
And especially right now, it's a great day to be a Dodger.